These new solar arrays.
This week, NASA astronaut Shane Kimbrough and French astronaut Thomas Pesquet took a power walk outside the International Space Station. It was the first in what will be a series of spacewalks to modernize the aging outpost with new solar panels. The electrical boost should come in handy this fall when paying passengers and film crews are expected to visit the ISS. The two astronauts will venture back outside Sunday to finish the job. Chinese state television broadcast these images, and while VOA cannot independently verify their content, they show the arrival this week of 3 astronauts to the Chinese space station. Named Tian, or Heavenly Harmony, the station will be their home for the next 3 months. The manned mission is China's 7th to space and is the first in nearly 5 years. Meanwhile, the European Space Agency says it will launch a craft named Envision into Venus's orbit in the early 2030s. NASA will provide the radar. The announcement comes a week after NASA revealed its plans for 2 new missions to our hottest and closest neighbor in the solar system. NASA Administrator and former U.S. Senator Bill Nelson says the agency hopes to learn how Earth and Venus are both so similar and yet so different.
These 2 sister missions both aim to understand how Venus became an inferno-like world capable of melting lead at the surface.
The United States and the former Soviet Union sent multiple crafts to Venus in the early days of space exploration, with NASA performing the first successful flyby in 1962. Since then, Europe and Japan have joined the club, with Japan's craft in orbit since 2015. Venus has an uninviting, thick carbon dioxide atmosphere and is home to clouds of sulfuric acid. In other news, at a recent congressional hearing, Republican Louis Gohmert of Texas posed a novel way to address climate change to the National Forest Service's Jennifer Eberlein.
Is there anything that the National Forest Service or BLM can do to change the course of the moon's orbit or the Earth's orbit around the sun? Obviously, that would have profound effects on our climate.
I would have to follow up with you on that one, Mr. Gohmert.
Yeah.
Gohmert says his question follows the previous NASA boss telling him about slight orbital changes of bodies in the solar system. Such changes were first observed by ancient Greeks. And finally, this week, NASA released this time-lapse video of its new space launch system at the Kennedy Space Center. NASA plans to launch the SLS rocket and a crewless Orion spacecraft by year's end, with the capsule flying to the moon and back. The space agency plans to land the first woman and first non-white person on the moon by 2024. Arash Arabasadi, VOA News.